Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another recording session of Hearthstone. We didn't make a darn bit of progress, so let's try to see if we can do that. Let's just focus here on the road. Let's see if we can... I'm really not in any shape to be playing 3 recordings of this game anyways. I'm still sick and all of that, so
Valera versus Malfurion.
So I need to really just try and get this done so I can call it a day. I've already had to record 4 episodes for the Game of Thrones series. Maybe I'll get a break and not have to do anything tomorrow, but then the next day I should be doing something tomorrow, no question, but then the next day is the next expansion of League of Extraordinary, no, not League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, League of Explorers.
Job's done.
So then I need to cover all of that and get that out. There's a tavern, I think the tavern thing is already unlocked. If it is, I'm just gonna ignore it. I will play that off screen, I guess. Which I guess that's not the right thing to do, but I don't know. I just don't know what else to do. Alright, this guy's gonna get... At the start of each turn, he's gonna gain 3 attack, and then he'll die if he attacks. But he would also die if he attacks this guy. So
Job's done.
Start with this guy. Two plus taunt, gain 2 mana crystals. Shapeshift. Take this guy out. Dude. This is a mess. This is a mess. This would have an attack of 1, so that would just make this cost 3. But I can't play, so I can't play that. I really shouldn't attack this guy because that'll just do more damage to my face. Wow. This might be the only time ever in Hearthstone that Micro Machine actually wins a game for somebody.
You shall not pass.
Summoning portal open.
I kind of need Deadly Poison out right now. If I could get that. If I could get this guy powered up, that would work.
Blood and plunder.
Here we
Go ahead and attack this guy.
Job's done.
I guess that helps a little. So last episode I was talking about how I had made a 10 rules to follow when recording a RPG. I brought them up, and so I'll just go ahead and read them, and you let me know in the comments what you think. This is after me watching almost complete playthroughs of Fallout 4, in the sense that somebody's played for many hours and almost beaten the main story. So I don't know how in the real context that would be considered a complete playthrough, but probably a normal playthrough might be a better term. I'm gonna lose. But it is also kind of in the context of me thinking about how I would want to play Fallout 4 and how I want to play Skyrim. Right now I don't own on this Steam account any other gigantic Bethesda-like RPGs. We have the 3 isn't a strict traditionalist as far as their RPG. There's points in their skills and things, but none of that really seemed to matter that much. We played with that, I think, at the last episode where we drank the potion of respect and tried some different things, and it didn't seem like it really mattered that much. You don't get intelligence perception points, you don't get strength points. It's not a traditional RPG in that sense. So here's my rules. Let me know if you think. Rule number 1. You can't do everything. Don't try to do everything. And all the rules are kind of phrased this way. It's a sentence and then a comma and then a exclamation sign. So rule 1 is you just can't do everything. Obviously, if I'm gonna cover Skyrim or Fallout 4, I can't do every single bit of Fallout 4. I'm not sure. Actually, I know for a fact the only way any person could do all of Fallout 4 is if they specifically played it at least 2 or 3 times all the way through. And since there's 4 dialogue options, and some of those dialogue options I assume are exclusive, there's a possibility you're talking at least 4 full playthroughs, which still wouldn't get you anywhere close. So I can summon this guy.
The fish, landlubber.
I can attack here, get the coin. I can do this. I can do this.
Here we go.
I'll just attack this guy.
Job done.
Rule number 2. You would like to one-strike everything. Viewers don't want to see you fight a creature for an hour. This is one thing I've noticed in watching Fallout 4. Yeah, is that there are. I was watching one guy that was just using like melee weapons through Fallout 4, and he got into a bind, and it was a lot of like dying, reloading from a quick save. A lot of players in Fallout 4 are quick saving and reloading a lot in general. Just because they're dying or they want to do it. It's kind of a bad system.
Feed the fish, landlubber.
I don't think how most people are gonna play. Even if it is how most people are gonna play, that's not great for a great statement on the game in general. I want to protect this guy so bad. I'm
Here we go.
Go ahead and just hit this guy again. So, ideally in Fallout and in Skyrim, I want to see what weapon I can that will do a considerable amount of damage and have enough bullets in Fallout 4 and not sit there and have to have me either sneak up on behind people to stealth kill or have like a minigun where I have to pour hundreds of bullets into somebody before they'll die, or be such a weak weapon that I would have to sit there and aim shots and do all that. And all of those things are so well balanced in most RPGs that you won't find one weapon that will one-shot something. But there will certainly be a weaker style of class of players that a weaker class of styles of
Here
weapons
we go.
that you will realize aren't the right type of weapon. Here we go.
Blood and plunder.
There we go. That works. So ideally, you want to try to be somewhere close to one-shotting things, but you probably won't ever make that, is my thought. Obviously, players don't want me to do either be so powerful that I just totally break the game, but you almost never reach that point. Not without some real glitchiness in the balance of the fighting. But they also don't want me to sit there and die and reload and die and reload and die and reload. We want to try to avoid ever dying or ever reloading, have a nice smooth experience, which is why I'd probably play on easy. So number 3, get as many abilities as possible. This almost certainly means you will take intelligence even if there is a max level, because the probability of me hitting a max level is unlikely in one playthrough. So in Fallout 3 in particular, the bobbleheads worked a little bit differently. And oh man, that sucks.
Here we go.
Do this.
Cha-ching!
That works well. So in Fallout 3, there was one right way to build it. It was basically have 9 intelligence and then run to get the bobblehead for the 10th intelligence, and then run around, and you, from that point, in one playthrough, could get enough experience to get to max level, and you have to pick and choose your perks. Now, in Fallout 4, there is no max level, so the right way to play it is less obvious, because you could make the argument, well, don't start low on every other skill range. Instead, have a balanced playthrough. But I still kind of think the right way to play it would be to give 10 intelligence, since it works differently, to yourself, and be a little weaker in other fields, and then you'll start leveling up and gaining so much experience that you could possibly in one playthrough have the entire the entire perk chart and skills unlocked. That is a possibility. I don't know if it's actually something that can happen. There you go. Refill that. So in Fallout 4, I think I'm gonna go just straight up 10 intelligence. That way we level up a lot. It's easier. That will hopefully get us better weapons. Work towards getting that one shot. That one shot concept. Work towards that too. So yeah, I think for intelligence. Now Skyrim is weird because, as I recall, I could be wrong about this, but if I am recalling correctly, I'm not sure there is any skills in Skyrim. I don't think you have any skill points that you put into anything to start off with. I think you get abilities. That is true. I'm certain of that. But those abilities don't happen until later on, and they are just you're given one ability point when you level up and you spend it. But I'm not sure any of those abilities in Skyrim actually increase your experience. I have to look at a chart. It's been a while.
Valera versus Valera.
Watch your back. I always do.
Yeah, it's only when you're face to face with your own person that you say something in response. Interesting. So number 4, Don't set ridiculous rules or difficulty. Play on easy. There's no point in showing off in a 200+ hour game. A lot of Twitch streamers have set ridiculous rules for themselves. No fast travel. Play on the hardest difficulty plus no fast travel. Plus if you die you have to delete your save. Just complete silliness. And all it does is have them eventually break those rules, because if you don't fast travel in Fallout 4, you're not playing the game the way it was designed. Obviously the fast travel was there to have you just simulate or pretend like you walked from one place to the other. And if you don't fast travel, you actually have to sit there and walk from one place to the other. And if it's the same path you've already taken, you're not going to find anything new. Playing on super brutal difficulties, they just die.
Here we go.
I mean, they're probably way better players than me in Fallout 4. I'll give them that. But they're not perfect players. They still die. There's still a wide enough variety of the difficult enemies that they get in trouble. And when they do get in trouble, they create horrible situations for themselves. So it's just like showing off. And I would rather people just go, well, why is he playing on easy? It's because I'm playing on easy because playing on easy makes it easier for me. Quite simply. It makes, instead of it being a very difficult potential situation of me dying all the time, I'm just gonna play on easy. Unless there's some real reason why you can't play it. You shouldn't play on easy, obviously. So, number 5. This one's gonna probably be a slightly controversial statement. And I probably don't make that many, but I'll say it's probably gonna be slightly controversial. Play as the female if possible. Most players who play as male, it's a simple, easy way to differentiate yourself. So, watching people on Fallout 4, there are definitely people that play as the female version, but most of them played as a male version, and each character is unique. They go in there and they do custom faces or something, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes they go with the very default of default options, and it is kind of hard when you're scrolling through YouTube or Twitch to say, well, is this the character from this Twitch player or a different Twitch player, because they all kind of look the same.
Here we go.
So, my thought is, as a YouTuber, I'm always trying to differentiate my videos. That's why I'm really pushy and really would like all of them to have custom thumbnails, and unfortunately most of them don't. But you want it so that at any point they can identify it. A lot of times that's what the watermark is on channels. Is we want people to recognize what we're saying. We want to be a little bit different, so we say we have something different to offer than the other people. Which, as a video game coverage person,
here we go.
That is a struggle to have something different to offer, because our opinions are about the only thing different to offer. So I think it's just a cheap and easy way to play as a girl. Personally, I love to play as the girl anyways, so I just want to look at a female character more than I want to look at a male character in almost every game. So, moving on. Number 6. This is, again, arguable point, but I'm just going to say it straight out. Don't hoard items. It's pointless. It's always pointless. It is almost always pointless to hoard items. But I'm even overemphasizing it to myself. I'm just like, don't hoard items. And that doesn't mean you don't collect things that are craftable. It doesn't mean you don't pick up things that will get you experience. It means doing stuff like trying to have one of every book, doing stuff like trying to have one of every item. Most RPGs have encumbered systems. Grabbing a ton of junk, a lot of the stuff is labeled junk, is just a way of stretching out the game and slowing it down for yourself. Probably shouldn't. Okay, so somewhat connected to what I just said. Number 7 is don't read books. Books are great and all, but this is a video game. I try to avoid reading books.
Here we go.
If I can. I try to avoid reading anything out loud. Mine is not the best voice, I think, for that thing. Plus, that's an easy thing I can say, well, if you want to read the books and games, buy the game yourself, and you enjoy it that way, because that's not how I enjoy it. If I was playing the game by myself, I wouldn't sit there and read all the books in Skyrim. You do have to open a lot of the books in Skyrim to get missions and experience and things, but you don't have to actually read them. Yeah, I don't think I'd actually ever be at risk of actually. I'm putting it there just as a rule. And there's nothing as far as the order of these. I haven't thought about the order. This is just the order that they came to me in my head. Number 8 is no prolonged breaks. Any breaks you take risk that you never get back to the game. Now, that doesn't mean don't take an hour break between recording. That means don't take a week break between recording, quite like I'm doing right now because I've been sick. I've taken a break between recording, but not any specific game. All the games are finished, and I just haven't started the next one, which arguably might be worse, but they're probably about the same. So don't take week breaks, don't take month-long breaks. You're likely not to get back to it. Number 9. Above all else, play realistically. Don't try to do everything or speed run the main quest. Play it like a normal person would. Now this one hits pretty close to home because I had originally thought that I would just speed run the main quest in Skyrim. But as I've been watching other people play Fallout and really enjoying most of them, it just made it blatantly apparent that that's not how I want to do it. I mean, I want to play more normally than that. It would be nice to be able to label specific specific levels as main story quest things, and I think I might be able to get away with that if I'm careful in recording. But I don't want to do just the main story in Skyrim. That would be kind of dumb. And the main story is designed in almost every RPG to run you through the world in such a way that you will get other story quests that you would then have to just completely ignore.
Here we go.
Jeez, if this guy doesn't get any guy on the field, how am I supposed to use my Blade Fury? So just, yeah, play realistically. Don't try to be obsessive, even if that sometimes is my initial thought is to be excessive before I try to collect everything. I don't think that's the right way to do it. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, play this, and play this. Kill one of these guys to the face. I think that works pretty well. And number 10, which is the final thing I have right now, but there's no sticking to 10. If I can think of an 11, if you think of an 11, let me know in the comments, or if you think of a 12 or 13 or 14, that's fine too. But right now is go long. 2 hours plus per episode. That's just a practical thing, really. I mean, obviously, if you're going to cover Skyrim, I need that. I should play this. If I'm gonna cover Skyrim,
Here we go.
I need to get it done in less than 6 months. So I need longer episodes. Even if I do 1 hour episodes twice daily or whatever, I don't know any of that, but yeah, I just need longer episodes. Imagine trying to do Skyrim and do just 30 minutes. And as I'm messing with my phone to get back to my OBS remote, which is always dangerous, my email comes up and says that something is content ID'd. I can tell you right now what it is. It is the Game of Thrones song on
Nature
the Game
will
of Thrones
rise
game.
against you.
I can tell you right now that's what it is. I should have. Whatever. Let's just. Do we just kill this guy now? Suppose. Let's just end the turn there, I guess. No real surprise there. I'll just take the audio out, and I won't even try to contest it, because I've been down this now 6 episodes. They always reaffirm it immediately. They don't look at the video at all. They just claim it. Who knows who's really claiming it or who really has the license to it, because it's not even the same song as the original one. It is a new version of the song that's been re-recorded, and it sounds different.
Job done.
Well, I think this might work. Just doing the head crack might take out enough to win.
The gates are
If I can get this to go one more turn, and I can get like a few more damage to the face, nah, probably lose. That's what I do when I lose. So yeah, that sucks, but pretty much to be expected too. No real surprise that happens. Here we go. What's the point of doing the head crack when he can just do 2 more damage? That's a good point. I've lost, feels like, because he can get 1 armor with this. All I'm doing is 2 damage. I'd have to go 5, 6 turns before I beat him just that way alone. Doesn't seem realistic at all.
The gates are open.
Particularly since he's building up his forces.
Summons the pirate's code.
We can do that. That works, but we've lost. Let's get just one freaking quest done, and then I think I might just call it. I'm losing episodes definitely on Hearthstone. I've already lost. I want to gain episodes. That's definitely true.
Play.
But I'm losing them. I am totally losing them because of being sick, just not caring. This will be back in 16 hours, so we'll do that next recording session. If I could just get one more rogue game, and then I'll win, and then on that victory, I think I'll just call this recording session. In fact, I think I'm just going to call this recording session anyways. Again, I'm sick, and I'm sick is a weird excuse in general that I'd probably talk about more. It seems like a lot of people will forgive anything for being sick, but I mean, I'm just gonna make horrible, worse and worse declining quality episodes.
For Doomhammer.
And I can recognize that in myself. And let me tell you, I used to not be able to recognize that myself. That when I'm sick, I should take care of myself and not try to do what other people may want for me. And I used to go to work sick because, well, particularly this work was jerks about people calling in sick and would threaten to fire you the first time you worked there 4 or 5 years. You call in sick once, and they're like, all of a sudden you're the worst employee ever on the planet. And stuff like that. And I was just like, you know what? After a while, you realize people don't care about you, particularly in jobs and stuff. And you've got to take care of you. So,
feed the fish.
So, yeah, I'm gonna wrap up this after this game, and I'm gonna take care of me. I'll probably play the rest of this off screen and get it all done, and then just try to save up the energy so I can do the League of Explorers, which is the important one, because that's actually gonna get me views. Right now Hearthstone gets no views, and not surprising. I think I need to start renumbering them. Go seasons, perhaps, but even if I went seasons, that's gonna be like 30. I should probably just put like the days that they're gonna come out, and then, oh yeah, that would work, wouldn't it? My silly little YouTube search engine optimization thought process just kicked in. If I put the day it comes out
Job done.
As part of the title, that gives me like a search result for that day every single time somebody searches for it. Yeah, I think that would work rather well. And so instead of going with dates, that also solves a lot of problems of just Hearthstone in particular, was going to get into the thousands and thousands of potential episodes that I needed custom thumbnails for. So if I just put the date, I could have one custom thumbnail, but then that doesn't really help because then I just want the date instead. Let's go ahead and do this. And do I want to kill this guy or just at the start of your turn deal 2 random damage? You know what? We'll just kill him. I think that's the right move to do. Yep.
Feed the fish, landlubber.
Do I want to play this and do 2 damage, or do I want to play this and do 2 damage? Let's play this.
Here we go.
This 2 damage here. That's 3 damage here. I could play this for another 2. I don't see a reason to play it right now, though. So yeah, those are my RPG recording rules. Do I really need any other rules for other styles of games? Not really. I mean, I think I will pick up that. I'm learning all the time. Just simple things that I hadn't thought of. A lot of times solve a lot of problems, like researching how long a game should take to beat it. So I don't get in a situation that I ran into with Deus Ex, where I had way too much footage and ended up scheduling it to release twice daily, which is what it's doing now, and that'll be an interesting experiment to see if that gets any more views or not, which probably won't. One thing I've recognized about the scheduling too is that you can only really schedule on the hour or on the half hour in YouTube. So if you were going to try and release something every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, forget it. There's no way without manually doing it. Let's see. This. Kill this. This in the face.
Here we go.
Hit this in the face and then turn. So, yep, there's definitely some more thoughts I need to have, but I'm having trouble keeping my thoughts straight right now. I bet, if I was to guess, acetaminophen doesn't affect other people as much as it does me. Just generally speaking. I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case. Let's see, can I play this and this? That would be 3, that would be 6, and then I could play this. This, 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 this. This guy in the face.
Here we go.
This guy in the face. But I just lived way too straight and edge lifestyle, and drugs, yeah, just throw me through a loop, and being sick probably throws you through a loop too. So if I was perfectly healthy and taking medicine I shouldn't be taking because I was perfectly healthy, maybe it wouldn't mess with me as much. And yeah, probably true. But these weakness spells, it just, like, I honestly am afraid to even stand up.
Behold the might of
I'm afraid I'm gonna fall down, just collapse. There we go, I think we've got this.
Well played.
Let's see. This.
Want a
this,
deal?
This.
Here
And
we
this.
go.
40 gold for winning 2 victories. Which, honestly, I think that's been a lower on the requirement. I think it used to be you got 40 gold if you won 3 victories between 2 characters. And now it's 40 if you win 2 victories, and 50 if you win 3 victories on one specific character, and 60 if you win 5 victories. So I think we could easily see in a few more months that this requirement gets lowered too, and we start getting 60 gold for 4 victories between 2 characters, which would be great. That is helpful. We are, by the time I'm done with this, I will be back up to my 5,000 level, which is nice. That helps me continue down the solo adventure and not feel too bad about spending gold on the solo adventure, which definitely worth checking out just to make sure week 2 hasn't opened early. No, it started on a Thursday, so it's gonna continue on a Thursday, which seems like such silliness. They don't just put it on a Monday, but they probably have some information that tells them that would be a bad idea. Anywho, that's gonna be it for this recording session. I will get the rest of it just off screen. I've just gotta relax and stop trying to talk, and I'm out of things to say already anyway. So as always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it and make a donation. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.